I would like to introduce you to Kiss. She is 3.5 years old, and Tell is her half-sister. Same father, different mother. Kiss is completely opposite in character to Tell. Where Tell used to be a nervous pony and lacked self-confidence, she was happy to find a leader, as she is naturally a follower. Whereas Kiss has self-confidence around people, but resents being told what to do. So I have had to work very hard to prove to Kiss that I am the alpha mare and I am a worthy leader, and it is okay to follow my wishes without her losing her spirit or dignity. 4 weeks ago, when we picked Kiss up to bring her here to start her education, she was very defensive and had a dominant attitude towards any request from humans. When she did not understand what was being asked of her, she would use her strength against them and had unfortunately learnt to pull away from people. The day Trish went to pick the ponies up to bring them home, Kiss was very worried about going into the horse trailer, so she threw her weight around and knocked her previous owner down, causing the lady to have serious injury to her back, and she ended up in hospital. Now obviously this sort of behaviour is not good for the health of humans or horses, so I have had some long conversations with Kiss about giving in and getting off the pressure when she feels the rope tighten, instead of pulling away. Hopefully you will see that she is less defensive now and has learnt it is better to stop and listen if she's unsure, and has learnt what is required of her for a much happier life. Notice how loose the rope is now, and she is quite happy to follow my instructions and does not even cross her mind to pull away or resist in any way. She loads into the trailer nicely, with confidence, from the slightest suggestion. She is happy to stay there until I ask her to come out. Just a gentle wiggle on the rope is all it takes. Notice how calmly she backs out. There's no need to rush from anxiety or worry. And nice and straight too. Good gal, Kiss. I am now going to ask her to back into the trailer. I am very pleased how she handles this request emotionally, as at first she thought I was going to ask her to walk into the trailer again, but then she realises that I want her to do something different. So she stops, thinks, and then listens to my instructions. Then, when she understands them, she is happy to comply. This is such a big breakthrough for this pony, as only a few weeks ago she would have got upset and bolshy, then would think about pulling away. She is slightly distracted by all the noise going on outside, as she can't see what is going on behind her, but I quietly persist and she backs all the way into the trailer. Well done, Kiss. Good girl. And off we go again. I have now taken the rope off, and we will show you how good our connection is now, as we will do all this again at liberty. She is now going to do what I ask because she wants to please me, as when there is no rope attached, all you are left with is the truth. I have only just taught Kiss how to go sideways over the poles a week ago. It is quite a difficult request, as she has pressure from the front to say don't go forwards, as well as pressure and indication from the side that says move over, and all at the same time. This shows great cooperation and a lot of coordination on her part. She is only able to do this if she has a stress-free mind, which will enable the messages from her brain to be able to travel down to her feet. I know she comes off the poles at the end, but it's not about perfection at this stage of training. It is about her willingness to try. I now turn her front end away, and off we go to the trailer. Good gal. Notice how she's sticking close by me without any need for correction. I ask her to load, and very nicely done. Good gal kiss. I start to ask her to come out, but then I notice she is looking through the window at the people gathered on the corner, so I wait for her attention to come back to me. Then I ask her to back out. Good gal, very nicely done, and very straight too. Just a slight tilt of the head on the hindquarters, and her front end comes to me. Well done. I think that deserves a reward and a rub. Good gal kiss. And off we go towards the jump. It's quite a wide jump for a little pony, but she does it. Good gal. And then stays connected with me as I ask her to do the figure of 8. She stays nicely connected to me whilst I do it. Remember, she could easily go over to YOLO, but she shows she is happy to stay with me and do what I ask. She draws nicely to me. I think even Kiss was pleased with herself there. Notice how she puts her head into my arms. One happy pony. I now lift my hand and she brings her hindquarters towards me. She is so light and attentive. I am now going to show you how she knows to stand still without being corrected whilst I swing and slap the stick and string. I do this so she learns not to react to movement around her unless it is an instruction. This will carry on through her training when she's a driving pony with blinkers on and she can't see what is going on behind her. Good girl. Now we are going to show you how confident she is now with the big green ball. She gets slightly distracted by the off-roaders that are gathered on the corner outside, but all it takes is a look at her hindquarters and her attention is back to me. When you see Kiss behaving like this, it is hard to believe how she was 4 weeks ago. She is happy to try everything I ask her to do, and slowly her dominant attitude is melting away. I think she will develop into a lovely driving pony.